Hey again, this is the Lunatic from the woods here, out here in the middle of the trees, having a good time, soaking up this forest here. So yeah, what I'm going to get into a little bit about today is like downsides of spiritual awakening. So yeah, there are downsides. It's not just, I didn't really hear about any of like the downsides. And then I start to experience them. And then all the downsides kind of came to light. But there are downsides. The downsides are like, your whole life is just going to completely fall apart. Because you start vibrating on like a different frequency. You know, if you're starting to eat right, like you might not understand. Like even with just eating different foods, like trying to eat all organic foods, like stuff that just grew out of the ground. I'm not talking about like the plant-based crap. That's just like, that's like equally as horrible, you know, for your body as like, you know, a piece of meat, you know, the mock meat. What a joke. I mean, why would you put that in your body? But anyway, yeah, if you want to do stuff like that, just eat vegetables and stuff that grew out of the ground. But anyway, just with that small piece, you know, if you're doing that and like not really much else, like you just change your eating, even the people that used to relate to you, they're gonna kind of like get mad, like, oh, what, you a vegan now? Or what, you don't eat meat? You know? And I got that all the time, and I was never like a huge advocate like against eating like a piece of meat, you know, from an animal that was not processed, just like a slab of beef or chicken. You know, I never really had like anything against that, just like a natural piece of meat. You know, there is some sustenance there, like protein and minerals and stuff that your body kind of needs. But anyway, like just that small piece could cause problems, you know, because you're not really doing what the other people are doing. And some people, like if they're too tied in to their fast food or whatever, and you just like, no, I don't want to eat that. And it was kind of confusing to me. I was just like, I don't know. I just don't want to put that in my body. Like, it makes me feel weird. It doesn't make me feel good. It gives me gas and it makes me feel like crap. But yeah, and then you go down the road and, I was just completely confused, like why, certain people, but that's why, like you go down deeper and then, you know, like I slowly started to go down deeper. And then like I used to smoke cigars. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was just like, why am I doing this? You just kind of slowly become more aware. You know, alcohol was like a big one, you know, with the big drinkers and everything. They're not going to understand why you just stopped. A lot of them are just going to assume that you're an alcoholic and you can't control yourself around alcohol. You know, if you stop drinking, it's just funny. But yeah, like you're on a totally different wavelength. Like you're not going to relate. People like you because, you know, you relate to them. You do the same things that they do. So they're like, oh, this guy's on the same wavelength as me. You know, and then like it goes along and then it gets a little more subtle. Like, people might be gossiping or whatever, or just negative talk, and you just don't really want to be involved in it. You're just like, whatever. You're not really judging it, but you're just kind of like, you're not shaming. I never like shame. I guess some people do, but I never like shame people for doing stuff like that. I was just kind of like, whatever. You guys are going to do what you're going to do. That's cool. But I mean, that doesn't mean that those people will still like, they're still going to resent you and everything. Or maybe not like resent you, but they're not really going to relate to you anymore. And they're just going to kind of fall out of your life. And then even with like jobs and stuff like that. But I mean, you got to stay positive through all that. And you got to just, you got to just tell yourself, you're making room for something new. Like, you're not just going to go into like nothingness. Like, there's going to be new things that are coming into your life. There's going to be better things that are coming into your life, things that are going to make you happier. So yeah, just a little blurb on that, just kind of like the downfall of or just like the downsides of like spiritual awakening. Please leave your comments and experiences. I like the comments. Yeah, I put little links to journals and stuff. I think journaling could be helpful. It's kind of helped me along the way. I feel like it's an important practice. Yeah, and then I got a little shop with little t-shirts and stuff, little designs, like fun stuff, little coffee cups. I'll put links for that in the description if you guys want to check that out. You subscribe to the channel, you wake up with the Lunatic every morning, you get that little post of the sunrise. I take a picture of the sunrise every morning coming up over the water by my house. So you guys have a blessed day. That's all I have. Stay good to each other, and